All right, so we are live inside of my Facebook group. I just want to say thank you to Noam for coming on and talking about something that I really think is important for online marketers or anybody who's trying to build a brand and basically just trying to get themselves, like, put themselves out there. It's YouTube. I absolutely love YouTube. I've been fortunate enough. Just yesterday, I was able to pass 4,000 subscribers, which is, I know it's like,
Big
it's
clap
not
for that.
because I was just crossing over 500 subscribers January of this year. So now I'm to 4,000 subscribers, which is crazy, but it's not quite to my goal of 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which I think I'll be able to hit on the pace that I'm on right now. But first, let me introduce Noam Yakar. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. I just want to say thanks for coming on this live, and we're going to be talking all things YouTube today. It's going to be specifically around YouTube, and then at the end of this video, what we can do is if anybody has any specific questions, and if anybody's on, and if they have a question that they want to ask you, we'll just answer it at the very end. How's that sound? All right.
Sounds great.
Okay, cool. So first question is if you want to introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about what your YouTube channel is about.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Noam. I'm a senior in high school. I started my YouTube channel April 30th, and my channel is oriented towards technology and engineering and kind of doing project-based videos so I can show teenagers and just people who are trying to go into college. That's kind of my target audience, that engineering and computer science can be really fun and the applications are basically endless. So it's kind of coming from a very fun perspective, because I feel like the perception of engineering and computer science is very hard and there's a huge barrier to entry. So I want to show, the fun side of it and how you can make projects that are really interesting and showcase your talent that way.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, those are topics that are a little foreign to me. However, they're super interesting. I've watched pretty much all of your videos up to this point, and I'm definitely interested to see like the content that you're going to put out in the future. Also, so why exactly did you start your channel? Like, when did you start thinking about starting a YouTube channel, and then what actually made you like take that first step?
I can kind of take it back to the first time I went on YouTube, which was maybe when I was like 7 or 8 years old, a long time ago. And I was always watching content creators and I was like, why can't that be me? But I just was hesitant because I used to be a lot shyer than I am now. So getting on a camera at that age just didn't seem appropriate for me. And it just didn't seem like I was capable of producing content. So it took me a couple of years to kind of realize, okay, now I actually want to do it. And during quarantine, I saw it as the perfect opportunity because, I had things to do. Obviously, I was in school and all of that. But as that was winding down, I said to myself, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. Let me start a YouTube channel and we'll see where it goes. And so far, it's been great. And obviously, with all of your support and, tips, it's really helped the growth of the channel.
Yeah, so I think the last time I checked was yesterday or the day before, and you were like hovering close to 800 subscribers.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's really that's awesome. I think it took me about 10 months for me to hit 1,000 subscribers, and that was putting out content probably anywhere between like 5 to 7 times per month. I would whenever I could come up with time, and that's honestly I think you're doing really good.
I honestly think in terms of like coming up with content, I've kind of had this enlightenment because, we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but like a schedule for uploading for me used to work really well, where I told myself, right, I'm going to upload 2 or 3 times a week, or I'm going to upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, whatever. But really right now, what I'm trying to do is focus on quality content, because at this point, everyone's uploading to YouTube. There's like billions of videos on the platform. My goal is to create a channel where there's something unique. Like when someone comes across my channel, they'll be like, okay, I recognize this channel because X, Y, and Z. I don't want to be another engineering channel. I don't want to be another news channel. I think the most important and hard thing to define when you're starting a YouTube channel is what makes me special and why is someone going to watch 100% of my videos? Because a lot of people will watch, you've seen a retention like 5, 10, 15% of your video.
Yep.
How are you going to convince someone to watch all of your video, and what techniques are you going to use in editing, in post, in how you draw people's attention to really make sure that you're drawing people's attention and they have a fun time and they feel like they've used their time wisely watching your video. So that's something that I really keep close to heart when I'm talking about my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I agree. Value is really important in YouTube videos. The more value you can provide and the techniques that you're using definitely will keep people watching your videos from beginning to end. And you're right, that retention of viewers is what's going to allow YouTube to start pushing your videos out and allowing your channel to grow a lot faster.
I also think you have to think about, you were talking about value. It's kind of like also in like retail or whatever, or in business, you're always thinking about the consumer. And when you think about the consumer and what they want and why they would consume your content, that really, you're asking yourself the hard questions, and that allows you to produce the most high quality content, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree with you 100%. So when you started your channel, just like everybody else out there, just like me, last year, you had 0 subscribers. And that feeling of starting with 0 is probably, I think, is one of the worst things, because you're like, how is anybody going to find my content, number one? And number two, who is going to watch my content when I have 0 subscribers? So can you give my Facebook group and anybody who's watching this any kind of tips as to how they can start getting views as like a beginner with 0 subscribers?
Okay, here it is. Number 1, don't waste your time watching those videos, how to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, because the only time you're wasting is your own, and you could be using that time making videos. Number 2 is you need to look at social media, and you need to look to your friends. Obviously, your friends, if they're good friends, they're going to support you. I think the first day when we first started the YouTube channel, we had 40 subscribers because I put it in like 1,000 group chats, and like I asked my parents to subscribe, I asked my friends, whatever. But in terms of actually getting significant views on your videos and drawing subscribers for that, for me, Reddit has worked. I've said this a lot. Reddit has worked a lot for me. Facebook is really good, but you have to be specific in your content. Like if you're doing vlog content, I don't exactly know how to address that. But if you're doing computer science, or you're doing engineering, or you're doing affiliate marketing, you have your own Facebook group, but you obviously know that there are other Facebook groups, other marketers you can reach out to, stuff like that, so that you can push out your video. I think the whole idea of buying subscribers and all of that, you really need to stay away from that, buying views and all of that. In terms of actually getting like 50 to 60 views consistently on a video, it's about uploading a lot, and it's uploading quality content at the end of the day. You'll get the views eventually. No one's gonna ignore your video if the thumbnail, the title, and the content are actually solid. All it takes is literally one person who's never seen you, doesn't know you at all, to discover one video of yours. They watch it all the way through. They're convinced you're a good person. They watch all of your videos. They recommend it to a friend. They talk about it.
They'll share it. Yep.
Yeah, it's really about creating content that allows people to connect with you as a person. Because if you think about different types of content, there's like informational content, there's like vlogs, right? So like you kind of have to ask yourself, like, Jamar, why do you think people watch your videos instead of some other affiliate marketer? Why do they trust you?
Me? I think because of my authenticity. I think because I come across as humble. I'm just a normal guy, right? I have a full-time job. I was looking for a side hustle because I see a lot of value in having multiple streams of income. So when I try to deliver my content, whether it's on TikTok or YouTube or anything, I want people to see that I'm coming through with humbleness, with integrity. I'm always 100% transparent with people. And I think that gets across, and I'm always trying to deliver as much value as possible. So that's, as long as I stay true to myself in those particular traits, I think that really comes across in my YouTube channel. And I think that's what's allowed me to pick up a lot of steam this year in particular.
Yeah, so exactly. It's like people watch your videos because they trust your process, they trust how you convey your information, and they understand the grind. Like they understand how affiliate marketing is not something that you learn immediately, something that takes a lot of time and practice. So like it's kind of the same thing for me, but a little bit more geared towards like the personality and the humor that I bring to my videos, because on surface, someone who's building like some robot or like some software, you're gonna be like, oh, he's a nerd. Like, why do I want to watch a nerd like coding some BS thing, right? So you have to add personality and humor to it to make it a valuable video, but also a video that they enjoy.
Yeah, I've noticed you're doing a really good job too in your videos in a strong call to action, right? And basically asking people, you know, pretty much every video saying like, if you guys are interested or you want to watch more of my content, make sure you're subscribing and commenting and liking these videos. And I know that the YouTube algorithm really, really likes that when you can get people to engage with your videos. So I'm gonna switch gears here and talk a little bit about equipment, because people always think that if I'm going to start a YouTube channel, then I need to have all this fancy equipment. You know, I need to have this big setup and stuff like that. And you can see us, we're kind of like, we're sitting in our office or our bedrooms or wherever. We have I have a pretty fairly simple setup. And if you can speak to like the equipment that you started with, and I think I noticed that you upgraded your microphone at some point. Upgraded your microphone, right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing I try to get across to the people in my Facebook group or people on my YouTube channel or TikTok, that you don't have to have the fancy equipment when you get started. You just get started with what you have, and then you add the equipment along the way. So could you speak to kind of like what you started with, and then kind of what you think is the necessary equipment when you get started, when you're starting your own YouTube channel?
Okay, literally, to this day, I use this like little tripod attachment. All right, and this goes like on a 3-legged tripod I have in my room.
Yeah,
cost me $10 off Amazon. Microphones I was using my phone's microphone. I was recording with my phone. I still record with my phone, because if you're not monetized and you're buying a camera, you're doing something wrong. Like honestly, your phone is so powerful in just its power. You can even edit videos on your phone.
Yeah.
Like I've tried editing videos on my phone, but recording on your phone is perfectly fine. You need a tripod. If you don't have a tripod, you can lean it against your computer. You can record with your computer face cam. This microphone, it just, for me, it boosts my content to another level, because it's important for my content to be quality. But even this is not that much money. It's like $100. It's like a lot, but relatively to what you're seeing in the market in terms of microphones and cameras and all of that, you shouldn't be buying more than like $100 of equipment before monetization. After that, you can decide what works for you. But you also use like a face camera, right?
I use just a Logitech, just a little camera that just sits on top of my laptop. That's all I use. I'm getting ready to upgrade to a DSLR camera here pretty soon, because I'm going to take my ad monetization, my ad money, and I'm going to throw it back into my channel like I normally do to upgrade. And I got just a simple, like a little fine mic here.
Nice.
And I think it was less than $50, but it like you said, sometimes the little things along the way to upgrade, the audio content or the audio value, the video value, you can just do that along the way. You, just like you did, most people don't realize all you have to do is just start filming and making content with your phone. It is that simple. Then you can just upload it to YouTube directly, or you can just you can upload it to your computer, maybe make some types of like little tweaks to it, and then just upload it to YouTube that way. I don't want to stress there is very little complexity to it, right? Once you do it once or one or two times, you can, because I think people have a fear of technology. They have a fear of putting themselves in front of the camera. There's all these barriers to preventing people from starting a YouTube channel. So
it's also like kind of like I think another barrier for a lot of people is like coming up with a name and like all of that. I remember like coming up with a name was probably like the hardest thing to do because I didn't even know what my content on YouTube was gonna be. Like some of the first videos we were doing like unboxing and all of that. So it took me a while to refocus. So our name obviously used to be No Hype Nation,
Yeah,
which
I thought
tells
change.
you tells you literally it tells you zero about the content. Like what does that even
Right.
mean? It doesn't even draw you in. So
Yeah. So you
we
want to
had to
tell them what
change. Like I changed that.
you want to tell them what you changed
Yeah,
it to? Yeah.
yeah, I changed it to the Teen Innovator, which is a lot
And I love that
more.
name too. Yeah.
Yeah, I also think, kind of in terms of branding, I don't think that's that important. Like finding a name and all of that is that important, but finding an identity, as I said before, just like finding what your audience is gonna look like and what your viewers see you as. Like, for example, Jamar, like what's your strategy towards bringing new people to your channel? Like, how do you bring new people into your channel, for example, like from TikTok?
From TikTok. So my basic strategy is letting people know, educating people about what affiliate marketing is, how it works, kind of like the systems, the structure of affiliate marketing. The definition of affiliate marketing is promoting other people's product for a commission, right? And I think there's a lot of people out there who don't really understand how it works or how big of an actual market it is, and that you can take this small structure and you can actually scale it with paid ads and and systems. And honestly, I try to explain to people that it is probably the lowest barrier to entry in terms of like in starting an online business, because you only really need like $100 or $115 of softwares to be able to automate your system. And then you can just focus on the content, and the content is what actually drives people to the products or services that you're educating them, providing value to them, allowing them to check out a product or service, which thereby increases your conversions, right? Because they feel like they're going to purchase with confidence after the value that you provided them. So the way that I bring people over is by educating people about what affiliate marketing is, and letting them know that if it's something that I can do, then it's probably something that they can do, as long as that they take the right steps, right?
Yeah, so it kind of comes back to how are you going to draw someone in, right? So for you, your experience and the value that you add to your content is really important. So if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, you don't always have to think about what value or like why would someone want to watch this video, like so why do I need to be watching this video specifically? Because I feel like for people who are younger, starting a YouTube channel is something more like I want to talk about my life. But maybe people who have a little bit more experience, if you're talking about something very specific, you really need to understand what you specifically bring to the viewer. Because for me, I contemplated doing like tutorials, right? And I was like, I'm 17. I'm barely 17. Who's going to trust me to teach them how to code? Like, you have these PhDs in computer science teaching you how to code step by step in an 8-hour video. Everything's high quality. The audio, the video, everything's edited. Why are they going to trust me? So you really have to find your niche by saying, like what Jamar said, how are you going to add value? But also, why are you special? And that's a hard question for a lot of people. But why are you specifically special? And why are people going to look at you for a specific type of content?
Right. And I think coming across like authentic, it allows people. So what I always say is like, when you start a YouTube channel, you should be taking people on a journey, right? It should be you providing education, providing value, but through that education and value is your uniqueness. That's why people subscribe to particular channels, is because they just like you for you, right? It's that uniqueness that attracts people to your type of content. Maybe it's the way you deliver it. Maybe it's the way your voice sounds. Maybe it's the way you look, whatever it may be. But that uniqueness is unique to each and every single person. So what you may bring to the table, somebody else may not bring to the table, and you're bringing them along on, you know, your own particular journey, right? I'm guessing you're going to continue YouTubing once you go to college, right? So you're going to continue to learn things, and as you learn things, you're going to be able to educate your audience along the way, which I think is really cool.
I also think it's important that kind of like a movie, how people see character development, they also see development in the content creator, how you're editing videos, how you're
I agree.
coming across. Like if you look at one of your first videos, right, the football video, the live streaming football video, that video was purely for the live streaming, right? It was purely, okay, it's Super Bowl time, you want to watch it, right? But now look at your content. What differences do you see, like in editing, in the way you come across, in your personality, how much you reveal, the quality? Like, what differences do you see from then till now?
The differences in my videos is like, in my opinion, is night and day, because not only am I a lot more confident in myself in front of the camera, and that stuff takes time. Like, it's taking me over 14 months to go from like kind of timid and shy and anxious in front of the camera and fumbling over my words all the time, you know. And I still kind of like, when I go back and I look at some of my when I edit my videos, I'm like, oh, I should have done this better, I should have done that better. But those are all just like mental things, mental cues that the next time I film, I try to improve upon, right? And that video was dark. There was no lighting. I think I filmed it like in my kitchen. I kind of had a little bit of structure how I wanted to do it, but I just basically knew like, hey, I want to educate people about this platform that nobody really knows about, and that there isn't there's no YouTube presence for this. So I knew I could rank #1. I knew kind of what keywords I wanted to shoot for. And to this day, it's the video on my channel that has the most views. Go figure. It's like one of my first like 3 or 4 videos. Like I said, the audio's terrible. The video, like the quality of the video is terrible. Like, it's like, it really isn't that great of a video at all, but it's got like 25,000 plus views on it, which is a lot for my channel, right? Because I have a really small channel, and I'm in a particular niche in like the, you know, digital marketing, affiliate marketing, which is, there's a lot of competition for keywords. So it's hard for me, it was hard for me as a small channel. But I was able to make that kind of like springboarding off the success of that one video. I started getting more subscribers, and I started having a little more direction in towards of like what exactly I wanted my channel to be about. I wanted it to be about educating people on affiliate marketing, but also taking people on the journey of me, you know, developing as an affiliate marketer, you know, and developing a side hustle that can turn into passive income or, you know, residual commissions each and every day. So that was just, you know, when you start a channel, it really is a documentation of your growth as a person, you know. Absolutely. Maybe within your side hustle. It's fun because you can look back on your YouTube videos and realize like, wow, I really sucked 12 months ago, but man, when I put out videos now, they're better quality. There's jump cuts, right? There's graphics. You're adding a lot more to your videos because you're learning along the way how to make your videos more engaging.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's only rewarding after such a long time. Like I haven't experienced the stuff that you have experienced, because for me, I've only been doing YouTube for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, short time.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's also like lifting weights or working out, right? You have to do it for a long time, staying consistent with the diet, like doing the upload schedule, making sure it's quality content, interacting with your subscribers. And only after like a year and a half, you're going to see that first video that I made versus this, you know, insanely good video that got 10,000 views. You see the difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like night and day, and it's kind of fun to watch the process, you know, when you can go back and look at other videos. I'd like to talk about content creation in terms of just like, how do you come up with kind of like, how do you schedule out your content? Like you said, I think you upload on like Mondays and Fridays or something like that. Like you try to upload on a schedule, and you also like, I'm curious about how you go about content creation. Like, where do you find ideas for your content?
All right. Here's the thing. regardless of what you do, there's someone else outside your little YouTube bubble that has probably done something similar. So for me, if I'm trying to make a video, I really want to think outside of the box. So one upload, I'll do a news video, which is just like reporting on some artificial intelligence news that's very recent, and that has found me a lot of success in terms of like ranking and all of that.
Yeah.
But in terms of like a more creative video, I start out with some problem, like something that's not very significant, but something that would be funny if I solved it. Like one of my most successful videos is like my brother was leaving, and he really liked Seinfeld. So I thought, okay, let me play Seinfeld every time my brother walks into his room.
Right.
And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. How do I do that? So I reverse engineered. Okay, I have to use certain sensors. I have to program something, like all these things. So I figure out what the issue is. I figure out how I can actually address it. And then I have to think a little bit more creatively. For the creative videos, I like to keep them under 3 minutes because if someone new is watching a video like that, it's got to be quick. And like, especially on Reddit, people are not watching more than 3-minute videos. So you got to catch their attention.
Yeah. So you know kind of what your audience is looking for in terms of kind of like that quicker, I call it like TikTok content where it's just short enough where you can get their attention for 3 minutes, but if you made it for 10 or 15 minutes, you'd probably have a huge drop off.
I think about it this way. Because I live in the New York area. If someone's on a subway and they see the video recommended, they watch the video, and the second the subway opens up and they leave, they're done with the video and like they're satisfied. That's what I think is best. Like for the news videos, they can be like 8 to 10 minutes, but for those creative ones, it's got to be a punchline. So like in terms of editing and all of that, I really like very fast cuts. And I like kind of nested humor, basically like humor that not everyone needs to get, but like for the people that do understand the humor, it's very rewarding. I also like to use music in the background, but music that complements what I'm doing. So like if I'm doing a time lapse or a montage, it'll be something else. And if I'm doing, I don't know, if I'm building something or explaining something, it'll be something that complements that. But I think in terms of constructing all the pieces, it's really about taking some creative idea and projecting it onto the screen. And you have to think about how you're going to project your ideas and create a YouTube video. And sometimes the translation from your brain or from whatever idea you come up with to the YouTube video won't be what you like, how you wanted it to look. And that's fine because that critiques you more as like an editor. So, it takes a lot of experience to take something creatively and translate it, but it's also really fun to just do short creative videos. And coming up with ideas just all starts with some pesky problem or some idea that you want to do to impress somebody. That's just for me. Just because like engineering from a fun perspective just gets people drawn to the channel. That's from my experience.
Yeah, I think adding that humor plus education plus value, I think is really, really important in your videos. And I definitely, in some of your videos, I definitely get, I've seen, kind of like the music complementing, the actual, like the quick cuts and everything and the humor. And that's allowed me to want to watch. It's almost like you're telling a story, but educating at the same time, like from beginning to end. And those are, I've wanted to try and get, tap into some of that stuff that you're doing and make slightly shorter videos while still being able to deliver value to my subscribers. And I'll admit I am not like the most creative type of person. However, though, I think bringing that creativity to your videos is going to allow people to resonate with your personality a little bit more. Like they're either going to like you or they're not going to like you, right? And then you can just throw them like a quick call to action, being like, if you like this content, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell if they want to watch more of the content like that.
Right, and you also have to focus on not pleasing everybody, right? Like there are gonna be some people who watch a video and they're gonna be like, oh man, this guy is BS. I hate his channel. I want to dislike it. I've had a couple of videos that the dislike to like ratio is like, it's truly depressing. But
Yeah.
looking at that, it's not a sign of people hate my content. It's telling me the format has to be different. I have to edit it in a different way, because no one's leaving a dislike and then writing you an essay. Oh, the video was terrible and the jump cut was glitchy, and when you said this, it wasn't accurate. No one's telling you any of that. They're just saying, I did not like your video, and that's it. And they leave. They click a button and they leave. And so whoever you please, you take advantage of that and you say, okay, I please them, I should do more of this. And whoever disliked your video, you have to think about, how can I make my videos how can I make myself more approachable to someone random clicking on the video?
Yeah, I 100% agree, because I definitely have some videos that have more dislikes than others. And I'll actually go back and I'll look at it, and as almost like the thumbs down being like the dislike being constructive criticism by somebody else. So I'll go back and be like, okay, what did I do a little bit differently in this video that kind of put people off, right? And I should probably not make videos either the way that I made it or the topic that I made it on, right? Because I want to deliver content to people that they're going to be educated, gain value, and they're going to be able to, I always say actionable content. I want people to watch my video and be able to turn around and implement whatever it is that I'm teaching them, because I think more often than not, I like my channel and my content to be teaching people very specific things, whether it's affiliate marketing strategies or different ways to drive traffic, or different ways to set up the funnel, or maybe different ways they can change their copy to increase conversions, because ultimately with affiliate marketing, you want to increase your conversions through your funnel and on the back end, right? So speaking about affiliate marketing, we're live inside my Facebook group, and I think that there are hundreds of different ways to do affiliate marketing. And my question to you is you have a pretty brand new YouTube channel. Have you implemented any affiliate marketing within your channel, or do you plan on in the future?
Okay. So actually, I have implemented affiliate marketing because of Jamar. I've been watching your TikToks for a while. I've hopped on lives. I was always thinking, is there affiliate marketing for my niche? I was like, oh, probably not. And then I was like, all right, what is the only thing I pay? Like, what is one of the only subscriptions I personally pay for? Yeah. And that's like coding boot camps and all of that. So I was like, okay, there has to be some, affiliate marketing link or whatever. So I go and I apply for the affiliate program. I say, okay, I have a YouTube channel with like 700 people, whatever. And then I get my own affiliate link, and I've actually had I haven't made hundreds of millions of dollars, but I've made like $5 off affiliate marketing as of now. So it's motivating. But I need to watch a little bit more of your videos to understand how to drive a little bit more traffic.
More targeted
in my description.
Yeah, and I think that obviously having there's lots of pieces that come into it in terms of having a strong call to action, having them kind of go into a funnel maybe before they actually go to whatever product or service that you're recommending, right? If you're saying hey, if you guys want to learn more about coding and you guys want to go through a boot camp, the same one that I've gone through that's taught me how to code, there's a link in the description down below, right? You give that strong call to action, and then you send them over somewhere where you can capture their email. And capturing that email is really important, because if they end up on that coding bootcamp sales page and they decide not to purchase it, either one thing or another, maybe they just weren't ready for it, you could always send them an email in a follow-up, maybe 2 days later, 3 days later, or next week, and saying, hey, remember that coding bootcamp you checked out? Here's that link again if you're still interested. And then within the body of the email, you could provide them with maybe, you could send them either to another YouTube video, providing them with more value, or you can just put the value inside that body of the email, right? So in improving your process, right? You're still learning, right? But you're implementing with a pretty young YouTube channel. You're implementing affiliate marketing for the most part. You've got a link in there that if people go and they purchase, the subscription or whatever, you're going to earn a commission from it. And that's basically what affiliate marketing is providing value, educating people so that if they wanted the opportunity to learn a new skill, or invest in a product or service, that they can do it with confidence that they're going to get, it's going to enhance the quality of their lives through purchasing that product, right? And you do that by either sales, education, providing value to them. And I think that's pretty cool. You've started adding that affiliate marketing, even though you said it's $5. How many people your age at 17 years old have a YouTube channel and have made $5 off of affiliate marketing? I'd say you're in like the 0.01%.
The 0.0001%.
0.0001%. And not only that, but you're starting to learn about affiliate marketing, right? And when I was 17 years old, I had no idea what affiliate marketing was, right? And it took me forever to set up my YouTube channel. So you're already like light years ahead of where by the time you're my age, I wouldn't be surprised that you have, you've written all kinds of software programs. Maybe you have your own affiliate marketing business and your YouTube channel has like 500,000 subscribers. So.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, we've already been going for about 35 minutes here. I know people's time is really, really valuable, so I don't want to go like forever, even though this has been a really, really great dialogue talking about YouTube and YouTube growth and things, that relate to your YouTube channel. So I want to ask you, what are your future plans for yourself, your YouTube channel going forward? And also, what are some of your goals? I would love to hear like what's your end of year goal, what's your like medium goal, and then your long-term goal for your YouTube channel.
Okay. So number one is personal goal, regardless of all the numbers and all that. I'll get into that in a minute. It's just to every video I post, be happy with what I post. I don't want to ever have the feeling that I posted something just because I want to stay consistent, or I got to adhere to some 2 uploads every week.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the YouTube channel is for myself, but it's also for an audience. And from experience and from being a viewer, from being a consumer of YouTube content, someone uploading a video very rushed, doesn't give you a positive feedback like ever. You think about the most successful YouTubers will take like 3-4 months break, but when they come back, they have like a banging YouTube video and everyone wants to watch it and it's high quality. So for me, as I said, like just staying high quality. In terms of the numbers, I'd like to get to 1,000 by New Year's. I think that's very realistic.
You're definitely going to get there.
I have a video coming out tomorrow that I've been working on for 2 weeks.
Awesome.
And I'm really excited to put it out, and I think it's going to be pretty successful. So hopefully that gets a lot of views. I want to get monetized by New Year's, also another goal. And then
what are the requirements? So people who may not know, you can monetize your channel. What are the requirements that you have to hit before you can actually become part of the YouTube Partner Program?
Yeah, so like monetization, just to explain, monetization is like making money off of people viewing ads on your video, right?
Correct.
So to have ads on your video, you actually have to have a certain attention from your audience. So YouTube requires you to have 1,000 subscribers, so 1,000 people subscribe to your channel, and then 4,000 watch hours, which means of all the people that have watched your videos, they've like the collection of the time they've been on your YouTube channel watching videos is 4,000 hours.
Yeah.
Now, right now I have like something like 600 hours, and 4,000 seems like such a large number because like 6,000 is what, like a sixth of that, a seventh of that. So
yeah,
it's tough to hit, but it takes one video, right? It takes one video.
You're right. It takes one video.
So 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours allows you for YouTube to put ads on your video, and from like attention on those ads, you get money, which is like a CPM.
Correct.
Yeah. So I want to get monetized, but obviously focusing on high quality content. I don't have that much time now because I have 8 hours a day virtual school,
right.
Like online. And after that, I'm just doing homework. So I'm trying my best to make videos. And yeah, I don't want to think too long term because I just want to live in the moment, because having a YouTube channel was always a dream of mine, and now actually having one and being able to produce it, like produce content for it, and actually having people who I don't know waiting for a video
Yeah.
is such a crazy idea. Because if you think about it, like, I always heard this analogy. This is one thing I took away from all those videos: how to get 1,000 subscribers, how to get 4,000 watch hours. They always say, think about how many people are actually subscribed to your channel. Like, let's say you have 10 subscribers. That's a room full of people. Say you have 100 subscribers. That's like a hall full of people. You have 1,000. That's like a parade of people. You have 5,000.
Yeah.
That's a huge, like, for me, I have like, what's like 700 something subscribers. 700 people decide to like watch my videos when I post them. Like, if you think about it, 700 people are waiting for a video. Like, for you, it's like 4,000 people. Think about that. Think how crazy that number is. 4,000 people watching, like, waiting for your videos. So think, truly, to be successful, and I haven't been in the YouTube game too long, so you can tell me a little bit more about this, but like, to truly be successful, you have to be appreciative of what you have. Even if you have that one subscriber, if they're watching your videos, they're loyal to you. So be appreciative of how many subscribers you have. Getting to 1,000 will take a long time. You can't get to 1,000 in 30 days. It's BS. You can't get to 1,000 in 2 months.
It's tough. It's very hard on YouTube.
It's a lot of work, but it's extremely rewarding. And the feeling of having people who comment on your video and encourage you every time you post is such a rewarding feeling. I encourage anyone who has ambitions to start a YouTube channel to start one, and ask Jamar for tips, because obviously he's exponentially grown his channel, and I think he has a lot of value to provide on his channel, and just value in general regarding the growth of your YouTube channel.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of the success of my channel this year is attributed to having that organic reach on TikTok, right? It allows more and more people of my content, short form content, to get pushed out to the masses, to, you know, provide that value and education to them, to which, you know, I can then send a, you know, a strong call to action, sending them to my Easy Bio link, which then allows them to consume more of my content, right? Because I have videos, I have a YouTube video embedded onto my Easy Bio link. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think you have Easy Bio link now too, right? Yep. Awesome, man. Yeah, and so I'm an affiliate for Easy Bio link. I really like I know their CEO. I know the creator of Easy Bio link actually, you know, reached out to me and, you know, asked me to do, you know, some promotion and stuff. And I did it willingly after testing his service for a couple weeks in a trial. And I was like, all right, I'm never using Linktree again. Like, I think Easy Bio link is awesome, especially if you like to track your data. But talking about the success of your channel and then trying to get to those milestones, I actually had a video. One of my videos is like a full over-the-shoulder tutorial of like setting up an entire campaign, you know, from like, I call it soup to nuts, from like beginning all the way to end, where I don't skip any steps. And the video is like an hour and 50 minutes long. It actually has like 35% of my entire watch time on my channel. So just like you said, it just takes that one video to get you those thousands of watch hours that you need to get to that 4,000 watch hour milestone, so that you can monetize your channel. Which really, you know, why that's a pretty good goal is because once you have that additional revenue, that multiple stream, right, that additional revenue, you can then invest back into your channel and buy better equipment, and so that you can provide better content to people. Ultimately, that's what I'm using it as another leg of my side hustle. And that cash that I get, I'm personally right now, I'm getting ready to go out and buy a nice DSLR camera and some softbox lights to improve the lighting quality, right? So you don't have all these shadows and stuff behind me, where there will be, you know, light on both sides, where the quality is going to look a lot better, right? So that the growth of your channel is really important in respects to like having those goals, and then just knowing that you might just be one video away from just like going out and crushing it, and staying consistent. Obviously, for me, has helped me grow because I hit 1,000 subscribers in May of this year, and I'm already to 4,000. So those first 1,000 are incredibly difficult to get. But once you get those first 1,000, like you said, you got those 1,000 people in a room, and now it's almost like it's exponential. It's snowballing because those people are watching your content and they're sharing it in different places. You don't realize it, but they're sharing it on an exponential. So now even more people are seeing it. So then they're getting kind of funneled back to your channel. They're subscribing, and that's really how it starts to grow a lot faster. Your channel gets authority. So then some of your videos are seen by YouTube as the authority, or as a channel or a video that's doing really well, and it starts to push your stuff into the what do they call it, the suggested content box, right?
Recommended.
The recommended, sorry, you're right, recommended box. So once you start getting your videos recommended, then that view velocity and the subscriber velocity really starts to grow a lot faster.
So yeah, I think a couple of key takeaways here. Make sure that the content you're producing is quality. Make sure that you understand what your channel is about, and don't just make a channel to make a channel. Another really valuable lesson that I learned is it's not always great to start a channel with your friends. I started the channel working with a friend, and we just came to a rift and decided to part ways, and I decided to continue the channel. And he decided to leave. But regardless of that, you really have to think about, if you're going to work with someone else, who do you trust? Who is going to be there for you? So overall, YouTube is like a jungle, right? I think Jamar would agree. Like it's absolutely a jungle. It's a bunch of people clawing and fighting for views and attention. And there are like these top dogs who are always going to beat you, but you have to stay motivated and grind and build an audience and get people to understand your content and what you're on YouTube for. And eventually you'll get to a point where people appreciate your content, that they'll click your content over someone who has 20 million subscribers or someone who's getting 4 or 5 million views every day. So back to the main lesson that Jamar has stressed thousands of times, it's always about value. What value do you provide?
Awesome, man. I really appreciate it. There's one more thing that I want to hit on, and it's going to be for anybody who is still watching this video. So there's going to be a lot of people, they got fear and anxiety. So right. What would you say is like one tip to help somebody who's like that? Those are the two things. They got fear, anxiety, and they're worried about what other people think of them when they're going to be putting themselves on camera and uploading their content to YouTube. What would you say is like, what would you say to them to kind of like push them over the edge to get rid of some of those things that they're dealing with? Because really it's here, right? It's between your ears. It's what's actually like preventing you from putting yourself out there to start creating content and throwing it out there.
All right, really quickly, how many people saw your first video that you made, Jamar?
I mean, in terms of views?
Yeah, like the first 24, 48, 72 hours.
Like I would say like 5 people, like all 5 right. views. Like my first video, the first like 48 hours, I think I had 5 views.
Those, I'm just estimating or predicting whatever, but those 4 people, the 4 out of 5 are your friends. The only thing your friends can do to you is make fun of you. Okay, fine. You're making
they'll do that.
They're spending time making fun of you. Big deal. You're being proactive and they're sitting on their couch doing nothing. That's number 1. Number 2 is, if no one's going to really see your first video, unless it's like an insane video, no one's going to really see your first video. The first video is the hardest. After that,
it is. You're right.
After that, you're solid. You can do whatever. So the first video is the hardest. Overcoming that is really hard. I think making a script is very helpful for a video if you're like trying to convey some certain information. It really depends on the content. Like I feel like a lot of people who are fearful might be like more oriented towards vlogging content, like because from my experience, people want to start a YouTube channel to like convey certain information. They know what they're talking about. They just want to talk about it in front of a camera. So, make a script. It's not a big deal because 10, 15 people are going to see it. And self-confidence can be very tough when it comes to making YouTube videos. But at the end of the day, if you are satisfied with what you made, it doesn't matter what anyone else says. As long as you're satisfied with what you made, how you edited the video, and you don't rush it, and you put in your 1,010% or whatever, then upload the video. Like, no, barely anyone's going to see it, and if it's really quality, people are going to start watching you. And it's tough, but it just takes time to develop this numbness to a camera.
Yeah, that thick skin. You made a lot of really great points there. I hope you guys, everybody who's watching this, I hope you guys are taking notes, because you have to just realize that you're doing this because it's part of your journey, your evolution of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. But you have to understand that it's your journey, and that there's people who aren't going to understand it. They're not going to understand why you're creating YouTube videos. They're not going to understand why you're learning affiliate marketing, or, in your case, why you're so passionate about coding or, programming and things like that. Those are the things that you're passionate about, and you're trying to share your experience and your journey and everything. And not everybody is going to understand it. And that's the biggest thing is that you're doing it for you because you like to do it, and this is part of your growth. But also, it's pushing everybody's they're always going to have their conceptions. They're going to be like, oh, you're trying to be like a big YouTuber, right? Because I think that's the first thing. Like my wife asked me, she was just like, are you trying to be like a one of these like big YouTubers, like running around vlogging? Like, she didn't really understand. And I was like, no, I just want to, educate people about affiliate marketing. I want to teach people what I'm learning, and I want to help people. And she didn't really understand it at first, but now, months and months later, after she's watched my content, she gets it,
Also,
but at first, she was a naysayer at first, where she was like, yeah, this is stupid. Like, why are you doing this? You're wasting your time. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I really like helping people, but I really want to show people that affiliate marketing is like a real thing, and you can make money, make a side hustle with affiliate marketing as long as you do it the right way. So she understands it now. She's seen the commission checks and all this stuff come in, where she's just like, she wants me to make more YouTube content. She wants me to promote more products because she sees all
that's the end result, obviously.
Yeah. So she's like my biggest supporter, whereas at first she was like the person who was like, why are you doing this? And some of my friends who I tried to push, just like you said, I tried to push my channel initially to get those first 10 subscribers, 50 subscribers. I pushed it out to my friends and family because I was like, hey, I'm making content around this. Like, I would love if you guys subscribe to my channel and support me as I try to grow this thing, to, who knows, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers, or however many, it takes, or whoever wants to watch my content. But they're going to support you initially in the beginning, even though they don't really understand why you're doing it. But then once they watch your content and they see how much your effort you're putting into it, then they become your biggest supporters. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you grow. They want to see your channel grow. So,
and it's also like, you also have to consider, like, if you have any haters or like people in your close circle who don't believe in you, it's tough because, if you have a friend who's like, oh, you're trying to be a YouTuber, you're trying to make income off YouTube, you can't do that. You don't have enough personality. You don't know how to edit. What type of content are you going to produce? All of that it's really, it's obviously crappy for someone to tell you that, but it's also like, it's an initial test, because if you're starting a YouTube channel, someone's going to doubt you. Someone doesn't understand. Someone thinks that, whatever you're addressing has already been addressed. That's like the first test for any person who's trying to start YouTube. If someone's trying to bring them down like that and they overcome it, that's like the first test of starting YouTube. It's like, you really have to understand internally, why am I doing YouTube? Am I doing it for myself, or am I doing it for someone else? And if I'm doing it for someone else, why? And like, what audience am I addressing? All of these questions are really hard. Ask yourself the hard questions, because once you have them answered, YouTube becomes so easy. It's
Yeah.
then
Yep.
YouTube is just creating content. Creating content is not hard. Coming up with
No.
ideas is not hard. It's understanding why you're coming up with content and why you're going through this like creative struggle and all of this. It's the why that's so important. It's a very famous quote, but the why is important. The how and the what comes way after. But understanding your purpose and why you're making the YouTube video will open up so many creative and mental doors for you, because you'll feel so motivated to pursue YouTube.
Yeah, 100% agree. Again, that why is super important, and that why is what's going to get you through the struggles, right? When you're scratching and clawing, like you said, for your first 50 subscribers, 100 subscribers, 200 subscribers, you post a video, it only gets like 3 views. You have to continue to draw back on that why. Why am I continuing to do this, when nobody's watching, or it doesn't really seem like it's really like you're not comfortable about the content that you're putting out. Like, you should always go back to that why. Super, super important for everybody to, if they're going to start a YouTube channel, it's got to be, what is your overall goal? Why are you trying to provide value to other people? What is your ultimate goal? What are you trying to achieve? And then keeping that in the big picture is really important. All right, so we're approaching right here towards the end. I wanted to keep this under an hour, and thank you for your time. I really appreciate you coming on and talking about YouTube, because I know there's a lot of people inside my private Facebook group who are like on the fence and worried about creating a YouTube channel. And I know that this interview with you coming into my Facebook Live and providing a little bit of insight on what it's like to be. I mean, you just started your channel this year, so you're somebody you're still in the trenches right now. You're still creating content. You're still trying to achieve some of those goals. So I just want to say thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you so much for having me on and giving me the opportunity to share my experiences. I hope whoever watches this, and how many of you watch it, someone kind of takes away something from our conversation and applies it to not only their YouTube journey, but whatever they're pursuing or trying to chase, any goals or in life. Because YouTube is much like again, I'm speaking like I'm very wise, but I'm only 17.
but you have a YouTube channel, right?
Right.
So you're a few steps ahead of somebody who's nervous about starting their own channel.
YouTube is like school. It's like you start out, you don't know anybody, you don't really understand what you're doing or why you're doing it, and then you take your first classes, you make your first videos, you understand how everything works, and over time, like from your first video to wherever you are now, you understand so much more about yourself and how to produce content. So just be patient. It takes time to build an audience on YouTube. And for all of you who are trying to make a channel, good luck. And yeah, make sure to listen to all of Jamar's affiliate marketing content, because it's really useful and provides a lot of value.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the shout out. All right. Yeah. And hopefully we can have you back on again in a few months, maybe after the new year, and we can kind of see where you're at, and we can talk more YouTube again.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.